hope you catch him." Those were the last words Wayne Prescott said to detectives before the handcuffs clicked shut. He had spent 43 years pretending to be the perfect neighbor. He mowed his lawn, he donated to firefighters, and he always had a fresh pot of coffee brewing. But on March 19th, that coffee wasn't a gesture of kindness. It was a weapon. You're looking at the last 14 seconds of Darnell Simmons' life as a free man. Pay attention to the 2-second mark, right there. Darnell hesitates. His body tells him to run. His training tells him to stay on the porch, but his heart, a heart that served this community for 9 years, tells him to be polite. By the end of this video, you will understand why this 14-second clip resulted in 6 consecutive life sentences and why the FBI is still searching for 11 bodies that Wayne Prescott refuses to talk about. This is Lookout. Darnell Simmons wasn't a statistic. He was a father of 3, a husband to Tamika, and a man who knew the name of every dog on his route. He was the guy who helped Mr. Hensley with his arthritis and drank lemonade on Mrs. Gutierrez's porch. But while Darnell was building a community, Wayne Prescott was building a collection. At the 11-minute mark of this investigation, I'm going to show you the contents of a binder found behind a false wall in Wayne's basement. It contains hundreds of photos, but it's the 14 photos with red X marks that changed this from a missing person case to a federal manhunt. First, we have to look at what happened in the 72 hours after that door closed. Because the police actually arrived at Wayne's house that same night, and they walked away. How does a monster become invisible? Wayne Prescott bought his house in cash. No mortgage, no paper trail. He kept the previous owner's American flag on the porch. He was quiet but nice, according to neighbors. But Wayne was a member of a dark online community. They didn't just share hate, they shared cleansing operations. When Darnell didn't show up for stop number 42, Mrs. Chen's house, the clock started ticking. By 9 p.m., officers were standing on Wayne's porch. The house was dark. They saw Darnell's truck in the driveway. They knocked. No answer. They left a note. A note. While they were driving away, Darnell was 14 miles north in an abandoned meatpacking plant, and Wayne Prescott wasn't alone with him. Day 4. The warrant was served. The coffee pot was still on. 2 cups were in the sink. One contained enough veterinary sedative to drop a horse. Then they found the basement. This is what Wayne Prescott had been doing for over a decade: surveillance. He had been hunting drivers from UPS, FedEx, and DHL. Each photo had a route number, a license plate, and a schedule. And then the investigators saw the red X's. 14 men. Most of them were still listed as missing in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Darnell's photo was there too. No X yet. If you think this is a story about one lone madman, you're wrong. The DNA on the cigarette butts in the warehouse proved there were 3 others. A cleansing team. Day 11, the meatpacking plant. I cannot describe the forensic report in full detail. It would violate every guideline of this platform and your own sensibilities. What I can tell you is that Darnell Simmons fought for 7 days. When Wayne Prescott was finally caught at a motel in Wichita Falls, he didn't run. He handed the officers a burner phone. On that phone was 47 minutes of video. 2 of the agents who watched it never returned to active duty. The audio was so disturbing that during the trial, 3 jurors were excused for psychological distress. Wayne didn't record it for the police. He recorded it for the group. Wayne Prescott is now serving 6 consecutive life sentences. His accomplices will likely die in prison. But the lookout isn't over. Only 3 of the 14 X marks have been linked to bodies. That leaves 11 families who are currently living in an endless present tense. 11 men who walked up to a porch and never walked back to their trucks. Tamika Simmons says the hardest part isn't the grief. It's raising her son, Elijah, who wants to be just like his dad. How do you tell an 11-year-old that his father's kindness, the very thing that made him a hero in his community, is the reason he's gone? The next time someone smiles at you from a doorway. The next time a stranger offers you a drink on a hot afternoon, remember Darnell. Remember the 2 seconds he hesitated. Most people are good, but it only takes one who isn't. Stay sharp. Look out.